Obviously, David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Knights will kick it away first. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So Oregon State's offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Looking for a crease. It's Hankerson. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
Turning it on! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Tight end now in motion. The give. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
To the air. It's Murphy. Quick strike complete. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Beavers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Makes his man miss. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Quickly complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Beavers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now it's 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the UCF Knights offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Brings into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Touchdown Knights! A great catch and run for 6. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. Down, it makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Off play action. Makes the grab. It's Hankerson.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
Works the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Using his legs, it's Nixon. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the tailback. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The play action fake. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Knights will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Brown will throw it. Buying some time. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. Brown wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, UCF! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down the field and execute.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Red pass, it's complete. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to throw on 3rd. He'll pull it down. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He's down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 1st down as they try to score one late in the half. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Knights! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being Like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's caught. It's Durant. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Beavers will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. From the gun, give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Knights really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Off the play fake. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Brown will throw it. Bringing the heat. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
It's third and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. At the 45 on his way. Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's fourth down. The Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Leaves it with the running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air, or you've got to be more physical up front.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Got the first down and still on his feet. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown Beavers. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
Man, it's easy to call call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Makes the catch. It's Hughes. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Brown wants to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Release to the back. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. The Knights will punt it away on fourth down. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll try the run. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. He makes a catch. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Beavers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Catch in the middle, it's Bauer. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Beavers look to keep this drive humming. On the run, it's Hankerson. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Oregon State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Thomas. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Look out on the right. Touchdown, UCF. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride. Gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. They go to the end around to start the drive. That will get them thinking. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
With the catch, it's Carr, and he'll be run down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
The Beavers line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Brown will throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
He'll pull it down and run. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Knights decide to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the bunt and see what he can get. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. They'll keep it on the ground to the right.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will push it aside.
That's caught. It's Walker. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Knights trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knights!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Gets rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Walker. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Dropping back, it's Murphy. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw it. Here's a throw downfield late. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
But talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Running through contact. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Going for 6. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen. We had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by a field goal over Marshall. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Knights enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David? Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Back to pass, it's Murphy. Makes the grab, it's Hankerson. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock after a short pickup of 7, and it's getting dire in terms of the clock. The Beavers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running at the 40. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David